Hey, did you hear about the scientist who was lab partners with a pot of boiling water? No, he was a very esteemed colleague.
Oh man, this podcast's off to a good start.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Noodles at Noon, the show that focuses on things not worth focusing on. Some people have even suggested we call the show Noodles. It's an amalgamation of noon and noodles. I'm not sure if I like it. We can talk about that later. I am sitting down. That's why I feel so and sound so relaxed. I am sitting down for the first time ever while recording, and I'm quite happy about it. Hi, my name's Ben. Joining me as always, will we finally get to hear his axe-throwing story? I don't know. Probably not. It's Noah.
Hello. You still aren't going to get to hear the axe-throwing story. I've been putting it off for weeks.
Oh, good.
Gonna put it off another week. Just keep coming back.
He's
Eventually we'll get there.
never been axe-throwing. He's just putting it off until he goes axe-throwing.
We'll see. I have pictures. I have proof.
And he has returned from his 4-day maternity leave absolutely glowing. It's Michael.
Welcome
Even
back,
though you
Michael.
can't see me. Well, thank you, Noah. Even though you guys can't see me, different setup today.
Oh, I can see you.
I am just radiating heat from my body in the form of light, apparently. But also,
Goodness gracious.
what a weird week it's been. That's it. It's
been-
I don't need I say more. I don't think so.
No, you needn't. It's been a weird week.
You not needs no name more.
You not needs knows saves
If you
more.
reverse that, I
Indeed.
might have said something evil. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Like the Pokemon theme song.
like another one
Does the
bites the dust.
Pokemon theme song do that?
No, people, if you listen to the Pokemon theme song backwards, some people say it sounds like you're saying something about Satan, something satanic.
That's the same thing that I've heard with another one bites the dust, but I
Which
don't
is
believe
I
partially
feel like
why-
that's all of the Beatles songs.
Which is partially why I was not allowed to play Pokemon growing up, and I still am not a
Really?
Pokemon fan.
Good. Keep it that way.
You heard it here first, folks.
Now it's
Speaking
too
of
late. Now I
Pokemon.
could never get into Pokemon.
Yeah. Speaking of Pokemon.
Happy October. I hear Pokemon Halloween edition comes out this month. That's a total lie.
Oh, does it? Oh. I was getting ready to play along with your little game.
You bit it though. What I do want to mention
I don't do Pokemon either.
with October is we had our podcast day giveaway, and the winner I know quite personally. It's my friend Patrick. So Patrick won, and Patrick is a connection I've had for several years now, and we met through a mutual connection when I was locked in a city 3 hours south, and I met a friend of his, and then I met him, and we've been good friends ever since. So congrats, Patrick. I hear you get a free selection of a color, and you've been in contact with Ben already, but congrats.
Ben, where can I get a mug if I want to purchase a mug?
Oh, that's such a good question, Noah. You can get one if you go to the Noodles at Noon website. That's noodlespodcast.com, if I'm not mistaken. You can go there. You can find a button that says Shop Now, and you can shop then. And doing so, you'll go to a Teespring account, and you can find T-shirts, stickers, mugs, hoodies, a bunch of stuff I don't even own. So you can be like the Uber Noodles at Noon podcast fan, and you can dress the part. That is where you can get that, Noah.
Awesome. Thanks for the information. So that's
you're welcome.
noodlespodcast.com.
Noodles Podcast.
Yes, Noodles Podcast. Noodlespodcast.com.
Not a sponsor.
.com.
Sponsored by Squarespace. Anyway, any weekly updates? Michael, do you have anything from the past week, speaking of information?
I see I happen to be first, so yes, I do. Deja vu. I shot a thing for a friend of mine. He works at Chick-fil-A on Tuesday, so debate day. That's how I remember. On Tuesday, I went and shot a jazz combo that he has, and everyone but the bass player is a Chick-fil-A employee. So that's kind of cool that he got an amalgamation of musicians together at Chick-fil-A, and they all just played some standards and stuff. So I shot a bunch of photos for them, gave them a Dropbox with about 10 photos, which I would say were supremely edited. I did stream me editing them over on my Twitch. I'm not going to plug that. He raised the eyebrows. I won't plug it. It's okay. And
Twitch.tv/Bears1647.
no, that's not it at all. But unfortunately, none of my photos made it on the official page for the Chick-fil-A in this city. I don't know. You win some, you lose some. And I lost that one pretty big. And then I had a mountain getaway. My parents and I went up to the mountains, climbed a couple thousand feet in a car, and just got to enjoy some scenery and potentially get possessed. But we'll see. Maybe there'll be a follow-up to the possession next week.
Possession.
Start writing the same sentence over and over on a typewriter, then we'll know.
Noodlespodcast.com.
Noodlespodcast.com.
I'm going there right now.
Everyone go to noodlespodcast.com.
Except not all at once, because we have a very low power server. So if like 4 people go at the same time, it'll just crash the whole website.
I don't know if you should have said that.
That
They're
explains
going to
a lot.
DOS us, man.
No, yeah.
Well, I can talk about what's been going on in my week, because my week has been greatly preoccupied with discovering the identity of a secret Instagram account. So,
Or not discovering the identity.
or not
moreover.
discovering. That's true. The journalism is still at work. We're still trying to figure this out. But for those who are uninformed, several weeks ago, we had a comment from Noodles at Midnight, which we answered on our show. We talked about it. Weren't quite sure who Noodles at Midnight was. And now they have an Instagram account that they've been posting to almost every day, posting really in-depth posts with very specific references to our show. One screenshot showing that they've listened to a bunch of our episodes. And none of us can figure out who this is. And there's been quite a bit of debate amongst each other. Ben seems to think it's Michael. I don't know
100% convinced.
who to think about what. I don't know what to believe anymore. I've written friends. I've lost relationships with people. That's not true, but it may come to that.
I put in like a FBI thing. Like, we need to figure this out. This is number one priority. There's nothing you could possibly be doing. That's as important as this.
I actually did do a password reset on Noodles at Midnight.
Yeah, this is the creepy thing that Noah's been doing. He's just been resetting people's passwords on Instagram.
So I got a password reset sent to my email for my YouTube channel's Instagram, and I'm freaking out. I get it. I'm like, to the guy I run it with, I send him a text. I'm like, hey, did you do this? And he's not technologically savvy at all. So he's like, no. And I believe him. And I'm like, I didn't do it. So it's probably someone from Hanoi, again, trying to hack my email, hack my Instagram. That's not racist. It's happened before, and it's just what was on my mind. Sorry if you're from Hanoi. Love ya. But regardless, I'm just scratching my head at why I'm getting this password reset. And it all aligns right before the show, because Noah confesses that he's sending password resets to everyone's email he suspects to find out the first letter of the email and of the domain that it's hosted on, of which I am innocent.
Which should clear. This hasn't happened to me, so Noah obviously doesn't expect me because I am innocent. He has not tried to reset my password. Or maybe he has, because
You don't check your email?
You will never know.
Well, no, I do check my email, but I run the Instagram page, and apparently he was trying to figure out the email of the Instagram. So maybe he does suspect me.
I don't know who to believe, but the point is, no one is off the table, and I'm ready to accuse anybody. I was making wild accusations earlier this week. Yes, I've done a little bit of Instagram hacking. Noodles at Midnight, we need your help. Who are you?
I don't think it's going to be that easy.
It's weird because I was like, I'm not sure if I should like endorse talking about this since it's like some weird fan Instagram, but then I'm like, they're doing a better job of marketing our show than we are.
That's
so
the
maybe
thing.
let it fly.
Because we've been talking about this week. It's either one of our friends, which is the most likely possibility, or it is some random person, as Michael theorized, that just happened to find our very small podcast and just went in on it.
Yeah.
I still think they live in the...
As much as I hope it's the second one, it's the first one.
I think they live in the backwoods of Tennessee, but we'll find out when it all comes to fruition where they're from, who they are.
Well, they recently posted these photos because, like, I talked about hammocking last week, and they recently posted photos of like a hammock and what I'm guessing is their dogs. And I didn't notice anything weird about the photo, but both Noah and Michael seem to think it's in a setting other than where we live. So we got to think of people who live elsewhere. I don't know. Unless we can run like a Google image reverse search on the images, which
I think
probably
Noah
wouldn't
has
help us.
tried.
I've tried a
Maybe-
lot of things.
Have you tried resetting the password of the like dogs' Instagram pages that are in the photo?
That's a good idea. That's the next step.
Yeah, try that one.
I've tried looking at metadata on these images. I'm determined.
Oh, you have.
I
Oh,
looked
my
into
gosh.
my sister's Netflix and Hulu, trying to see if she had recently watched 101 Dalmatians, to see if it was her.
Maybe we can get Netflix to help. Who has recently watched all these movies back to back?
Just send us a list of every email address that has
Yes.
watched 101 Dalmatians.
Oh, that's great.
Well, it's funny that you say like the email thing because we know it starts with an N and ends with a 2, but I think someone just made it like a burner email account that's just Noodles 2 or something.
That's what I'm starting to think too, which makes me think whoever's doing this, they've covered their tracks really, really well.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I'm still convinced it's Michael, though.
Michael,
You know,
how do
if I
plead?
learned anything about intelligent debate from last week's popular Tuesday night showing, I learned to yell at people is the correct thing. So, no, Ben, it is not me. Don't be accusing me.
Blame
I'll calm
Ben.
down now. Ben, it's all your fault.
That's the answer.
Dude, would you just shut up? Isn't that something Joe Biden said?
You clown.
I turned on the I turned on the debate for like 15 seconds, and it was like that exact moment where Biden was just like, dude, just shut up. And I was like, good to see this is going well.
So I watched about 30 minutes of the debate, and then Jesse and I turned it off, and we played a board game and watched the debate episode of Parks and Rec because it left Netflix a couple days ago. So
Oh, wait, Parks and Rec is off Netflix?
it is off Netflix.
Oh, that makes me sad. Anyway, I still think it's you, Michael. I don't. You haven't given me any reason to believe it's not you because you run the Ben Shoemate fan page.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Might I add? There's a Ben Shoemate fan page. It's called Ben Shoemate's Fan.
You're revealing your name a lot.
And I did it last week. I don't care. People go follow me on Instagram, and yeah, I'm now using this platform for my own personal gain.
He's gonna start a spin-off show just solo.
Yeah, just Ben. No, that wouldn't do well. But yeah, I still think I'm pretty convinced it's Michael. But anyway, I guess, do you have anything else to say to Noodles at Midnight? Anyone? Any personal addresses?
I have a particular set of skills, and I will find you.
Yikes.
And I will buy you pumpkin spice lattes.
I will buy you pumpkin spice lattes if you tell me who you are. Maybe drop us a hint on your Instagram, a little trail to find. I don't know. Something
Ooh,
would be
if
helpful.
if you make us a code, like a thing we have to decipher, like in a series of
one-time
Instagram posts,
pad.
that'd be fun.
This is going to get real complicated. Kind of like a national treasure level thing, like go hide a clue up on Mount Rushmore we have to go get, and we'll make a
I'm here for
series
this.
out of it.
We will. I'm here for this. Anyway, I'm the last one to go as far as stories for this past week go, and I have Noah. Noah and Michael, you can both attest to this. I have a chronic issue of locking my keys in my car. I did it a lot in high school when Noah was present. I did it once where I accidentally kidnapped some people via locking my keys in my car. They got returned. This week I did it again at work. Didn't know what to do because I didn't have an extra set of keys because the car that I recently bought only came with one key. So they're like, I can't just call my dad and see if he can bring me an extra key. I can't do that. So I'm like, well, how am I going to break into my car? Because I don't want to call like a door opening service because they are egregiously expensive. I did it once and it was like $150 and it took him like 15 seconds to get my car open. And then he was like, yeah, that's $150. I was like, okay. He's like, and it has to be in cash.
What?
So I'm like, that's cool. You have to follow me to an ATM.
Wow.
At gunpoint.
So at gunpoint, yeah. Yeah, it felt very creepy. But so I'm like, I'm not going to call somebody to come do it professionally. I'm like, I'm going to reach out to my podcast family. So I reach out to Noah because he works and lives fairly close to where I work. And I was like, hey, man, do you have a coat hanger? And he was instantly like, do you lock your keys in your car? I was like, yeah, I did, because that's what I do. So Noah leaves work early because he's amazing, because I get off work before he does. So he leaves work a little bit early. And he's able to bring me a wire coat hanger where we spend the next 45 minutes wrestling with my car door, trying to unlock it. And my coworkers come out and laugh and kindly offer me to borrow their car, to allow me to borrow their car, which was above and beyond which anyone should do. And I was finally, what I was able to do is able to make a loop with the end of the wire coat hanger, because I couldn't get it to push the unlock button, because I couldn't get that sort of leverage. So I was able to make a loop to pull on the door handle, which would then in turn unlock the door and open the door at the same time. I was able to get it around. One of my coworkers was on the other side of the car, looking through the window, guiding my positioning of my coat hanger, well, Noah's coat hanger, until I was able to yank the car door open and unlock my car to the applause of the two people who were present. It was a very joyous moment. And Noah, I thank you so much for being my handsome hero to this damsel in distress.
Well, it's like people always say to me, when you're too cheap to call a professional, you just call Noah. And he brings you a coat hanger.
And he brings you a wire coat hanger.
Which is still in my car, and I've put it there in my car intentionally, so for the next time this happens.
For the next time. See, that's not a good place to put it, though, because what if you lock your keys in your car?
Right, because I also only have one key with my car. It was not provided a second key was not provided. What you really have to do is replace your antenna with the wire coat hanger. So if you ever need it, you just... No, wait, you drive a new car. You don't have an antenna? I do. I should replace my antenna with a wire coat hanger. Yeah, nobody'd ever notice.
Nobody would ever notice, because it looks just like the one that's on there right now.
Well, I'm glad that we were able to get you out of your car.
Yes, and I'm so thankful for you. And because I had to go... I was late to the thing I was doing later that day, but I mean, that's fair when you locked your keys in your car.
You know, it's the friends we made along the way. You were able to meet a new coworker that you hadn't really talked to before.
Yes,
we made friends. People were very generous. We got to hang out for 45 minutes and not really talk, because we were mostly just like, oh, you can do it. No, that's not it. What if we go here? No, that won't work.
Well, yeah. People got really invested in it. It was good.
People did.
But yeah, so that's my story from the past week. That's a little catch up with what we've been doing. Michael, do we have a review or feedback or anything from this past week?
I'm glad you just saw that. We have feedback. I realize the thing says reviews, but this is feedback. So we got some feedback from our buddy Barrett out there from Break Block Boodum Studios. So Barrett, he says, "Hey guys, just listened to your latest episode and was genuinely amused. An enjoyable take on the two guys who thought their private conversations were funny podcast genre. Also, Ben, I believe it was you who filmed the play Nicholas Nickelback I was in. If so, I was the lad who jumped on the bench and yelled, 'Freedom!'
He did do that. That was me.
Which was also a quote from last week.
That's true. It was a quote from last week. It was me who did that, Barrett, so you are correct. I appreciate that you were genuinely amused. I like how it sounds like you were surprised. You're like, oh, I'm shocked. I'm genuinely amused, but we will take it.
So that's good old Barrett from Bouncing Ball Breakneck Studios over there. And if you'd like to leave us an Apple Podcast review, you can go ahead and do that on Apple Podcasts or contact us through the website, noodlespodcast.com. There is a contact page there. And feel free to do so. Noodlespodcast.com.
Noodles Podcast.
And we'll read them on the show.
Especially Apple Podcasts is really helpful. It looks really good if we get more reviews on iTunes, and we've been getting quite a few, which is awesome. So if you could leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, that would be awesome, and we will read it on the show.
Yes, we will. Speaking of reading it on the show, we have a first game up this week, Noah, do we not?
We do indeed, and it's time once again...
Ooh, I just dropped stuff.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. No.
This whole game's a disaster.
Get that edit ready.
I was balancing a pen on my upper lip, and then it fell and just ruined everything. Continue.
Oh, man. I don't even want to play anymore. I can't do this. I can't work in these conditions.
I'm sorry.
All right, it's time once again to find out what's happening next door. Michael, you were not on the show last week, but you were able to edit during your maternity leave. So in this game, as you both know, we look at some of the stranger posts on Nextdoor, social media for neighborhoods, basically, that talk about what's going on in the neighborhood. So for question number 1, let's talk about John on Nextdoor. And he posted an urgent message. Last week we had an urgent message about some avocados. This one is a little more urgent. He says his son recently visited and did this to his TV, causing his father to threaten to take him out of the will. So what did his son do to his TV? And why was this worth posting on Nextdoor? Ben, why don't you go first?
I think, do we have a location as to where this happened?
Let me check. It does not look like we do. We do not.
I can see the screen in Noah's glasses. No, get a little bit closer.
No,
to the screen.
Noah, back away. Back away from the screen now. Because what I was going to say is something that has been hotly debated more recently than anything else, but is the presence of subtitles. Because really, it just makes it easier to watch if you're just watching without the volume or doing something. So I think John's son came over, turned on the subtitles on his TV, did not turn them off when he left, which has caused John to threaten to write him out of his will.
That's a good answer. Real quick, Ben, Michael, are you subtitle people? Yes or no?
Depends.
Yeah, I don't have them turned on my TV at home, but like when I'm watching something on my phone and I don't want the volume up, I'll turn on the subtitles, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of similar. I've also watched a YouTube channel that's entirely in Dutch, and I don't understand that. So yes, subtitles are a necessity for that. But if you don't want volume, I have used subtitles before.
I am hardcore,
Absolutely.
like subtitle all the time. Like anything I'm watching, if it has subtitles, I just always turn them on. I think it's just because of like being a musician and a drummer and having hearing loss and also having been to a lot of concerts. Like,
yeah,
I feel like I always have to turn up the TV way too loud, so it's just easier to turn on subtitles. Anyway, Michael, what do you think John's son did to his TV?
I think John's son shot John's new Samsung 55-inch LED smart TV with a Nerf dart that sent a line of dead pixels in a vertical stripe about 5 pixels wide straight down the entire TV.
Ooh. Hate it when
Oddly
that
specific.
happens.
Mm-hmm.
Both good guesses. The answer is, and I'll read the post, urgent. Help. My son visited and blocked Fox News on my TV. I don't trust digital or any of the iTunes. Fox is all that's allowed in this household. How can I unblock Fox News? I told my son I'm taking him out of the will.
Any of the iTunes?
Yeah, all of the iTunes.
I don't know what that means.
None of the iTunes are trustworthy. I'm not quite sure about that, but Fox News blocked on his TV. So, Ben, I'm going to have to give this one to you. You got pretty close with the closed captioning on the TV. Very close answer, but it was indeed. He blocked Fox News on his father's TV.
Huh. I almost went that route. I almost said something about him like making CNN a favorite channel, but I don't. I couldn't think if you could actually do that. But apparently you can.
Yeah, I didn't know you could block channels, so maybe that's a cable thing. I don't know.
Just turned on the parental block, but it's like reverse parental block.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. Children's block.
Children's block.
Block your
Are
parents.
your parents watching too much Fox News?
And if you block the writing channel, then it's writer's block.
Is there a writing channel? I've never
No.
heard of such a thing.
There's no such thing as a writer's
Or
channel.
it was just a liberty to take for the joke.
It was a liberty.
Yeah. That one.
All right. Well, Ben is up 1-0. Professional mover needed. Why did this person need urgent help with a mover? Michael.
Whoa, that's all we're getting.
That's it.
Urgent help for a mover. Let's think of reasons you might need to move.
Spiders.
A lot of spiders. Spider infestation.
Your son changes.
A close second would be snake. Hold on, Ben. It's not your turn. Is this the debate?
I was
didn't think
adding
so.
to your.
So, snakes would be something else, but I'm going to go with spiders. I'm willing to bet it's animal. Spiders is my guess.
All right, spiders. I need a mover to come move these spiders out of my house. Ben.
You may speak now. Your 2 minutes begin.
So wait, okay. Are we moving something from the house so the family can move? Am I allowed to ask that?
You can ask. You just need to tell me why they needed a professional mover. That's all you get.
They needed a professional mover because their son was living in the basement and they wanted to move all of his stuff out of the basement so that he no longer had a place to live because they were really tired of their like 32-year-old son living in their basement.
That is a real problem, and that is the thing I've heard of. Unfortunately, the answer is they got a sofa stuck between their walls and they couldn't get it out. And I'm going to send the picture to you both.
Wait, but
There's just this sofa wedged between a corner, like midway up between the walls, just stuck.
I like the little Yorkie.
Oh my gosh.
The Yorkie's there for
The
scale.
And yeah, I'm going to have to give this one to Michael, only because there's a Yorkie in the picture standing kind of under this couch.
I covered my bases with the animal.
It's a
thing.
very spider-looking Yorkie.
So I don't know the end of this story or what happened, but all they said was, got this sofa stuck and need a professional that knows how to fix this. So hopefully they were able to get that couch out and didn't have to use any jaws of life or anything like that.
Ugh.
All right, that brings the total up to 1-1, going into our final question. So now we're going to talk about this neighbor. And this neighbor went on a 2.5-mile walk through her neighborhood and was disappointed to discover a lack of this. What was there a lack of, and what were they upset about?
Is it
Ben.
my turn? Okay.
Sorry. Yes, Ben, it is your turn.
Yay. Trump signs.
Just a lack
Whoa.
of political investment in their country. I get
Yeah.
it.
If that's not the correct answer, then I want to change my answer.
All right, Michael.
See, I was going to go with something that I would think would be obvious, but I know you well enough, Noah, to know that this is not obvious. So I'm going to reach out and touch somebody's hand.
What?
That's a Diana Ross song. And I think it's blueberry bushes.
No one has blueberry bushes in this neighborhood. That is a real problem. That is travesty in my neighborhood. I don't think there are any blueberry bushes.
There's not.
All right.
I know where are raspberry bushes in my neighborhood, but I don't know about blueberries.
There was one by my parking garage in college, now that I think of it. So I've seen at least one.
Did you just go sneak some blueberries off it every now and then?
No, I did think about it, but I didn't know if they were edible or if they were
At
not.
my
So
college,
I
we
didn't.
randomly had at one of the buildings, through a crack in the pavement, a tomato plant was growing. And it wasn't like planted there. It was like someone dropped a tomato out of their sandwich. And like one of the seeds from the tomato then like went through the crack in the concrete. And then a tomato plant grew from it.
That's amazing. Did you eat any tomatoes off of it?
I didn't eat any. They disgusted me. I was like,
Yeah, no one wants those cracked tomatoes, you know what I mean?
It's a Subway tomato. Just, oof. Yeah, probably
that's
a good call.
Probably the only place they would get a tomato on campus is from the Subway.
You just got to think about those origins.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Trump signs or blueberry bushes, two very different things. And the answer is American flags. This person posts, flags. On my 2.5 miles with my dog, I saw a grand total of 13 American flags flying. I was hoping to see more. And then they add 3 flag emojis. But one additional note, someone commented to say, your emojis are the Liberian flag. Which,
They
if you've seen the
are.
Liberian flag, it's similar to the American flag.
It is.
But not quite the same.
Also, might I add, 2.5 miles and seeing 13 American flags. It's a fairly large number of flags, I would say. On a
Yeah,
2.5
I was
mile
actually...
walk.
I can't say I've
guess
ever
not
really
in that.
noticed, but it seems like quite a few, so I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Because I'm like looking at my window and I don't see any.
I'm looking at my window and I see a window well.
Oh, you're in a basement.
Well, I'm going to have to give this one to Ben because it was somewhat political.
Related
or
to
at least
America?
Related to America or nationalism. So,
Woo.
Ben, You win this week of What's Happening Next Door.
Woo, 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 woo. I get Dennis Quaid as a prize.
Yay!
Well, a signed picture of Dennis
Is that
Quaid.
a prize?
Is that a prize?
I will hang it up on my wall right over there. Yes.
All right. Let's talk about holidays, Michael.
Well, yes, thank you for that smooth transition, and welcome to the game we call Billy Holiday, or Weird Holidays. Before we begin, Ben, guess what October 1st was, specifically for you?
October 1st was the 13th year anniversary of the Rockies eliminating the Padres from the playoffs in 2007 in their game 163 tiebreaker game at the end of the season.
Well, that may be true. It was National Pumpkin Spice Day. So
Ooh, yeah.
there you go.
My favorite.
I
We
don't know if
celebrate
I
that
need to
here.
explain the rules. I don't know. I'm stealing this game from Noah. He gave me permission
Theft.
to steal this game for this week. I don't know the
Game
rules.
theft is not
I
a
go through
joke,
each
Michael.
day. I go through each day of the week. You guys tell me what day it was. Whoever's closest, in my subjective opinion, to the correct answer gets the point. Are we ready to begin?
We are ready.
He is all over that mic. All right, October 5th, today, people with this title have helped most of us from a young age. Noah, we'll start with you.
I'm going to say National Clowns Day because, as we all know, clowns are universally
Spooky.
recognized as happy,
Well, spooky.
comforting creatures.
Well, spooky.
They are a little spooky. I'm not a,
All
not a
right.
big fan of clowns.
And Ben,
I'm going to say National Crosswalk Attendant Day. Because, they
All
help
right, so-
shuttle kids across streets.
I was homeschooled. They never
What?
helped me at all.
How many times did you
speaking
fall
of
down
which,
the stairs?
Noah, thanks for that. Noah brings up homeschooling. I worded this question in such a way that most of us is actually 66% of us in this call have been helped by these individuals. Teachers! World Teachers Day is Monday, October 5th today. So Ben takes that one with crosswalk. Ben, you get 1 point.
May I
I'm
just
gonna
say,
call my mom.
Yeah.
Noah still had a teacher. It's not like
He said clowns. No,
No,
but he said
I know,
clowns. That
but
doesn't...
people who were homeschooled still had teachers.
Wait, what day
I
is this,
don't give
Michael?
it the
I need to know
subjective
when to
point.
call my mom.
Monday the 5th.
Okay, I'm going to call my mom on Monday.
Noah, you should call your mom anyway.
All right. Tuesday, October 6th, tomorrow, my college marching band had a chant for something similar to this, in which we'd steal one another's caps and drops. Kind of vague, but Ben, you're up first.
What?
There had to be some sort of mystery in this guessing game. My college marching band had a chant for something similar to this, in which we'd steal one another's caps, our baseball caps, and our drops, which is the flag type thing that hangs off your back.
What is...
Thank you for answering as a question. Bonus point.
I was going to say. What is... Let me see your college pride day. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Thank you for recovering on that one.
Let's just roll with it.
Noah, let's hear it.
I don't want to see anything else, I promise.
Noah, I'd like you to answer as a question, please.
Oh, I forgot it was my turn.
It's not my turn again, I promise.
I guess I'm still confused by the question, so I'm just going to say World Mafia Day.
I'm sorry. Not the best question. Oh boy, yeah, Mafia, take away things. So, the day is what is... Also, Noah didn't answer in the form of a question. Come and Take It Day. Did you answer in the form of a question?
I can't
I
remember.
think you said World Mafia Day.
I don't remember.
Come and Take It Day. My college chant was called Take It Away, which was in reference to stealing the ball from the other team, and we take each other's caps and drops. This is a tough decision. So we've got Mafia Day, College Pride Day. College comes from the question, come and take it. That sounds a lot like Mafia. I'm going to give Noah the point for Mafia Day.
Congratulations,
That's what the
Noah.
Ben, you have
Mafia
an
do.
honorary-
They come and they take it. That's what they do.
Ben has an honorary half point for remembering the rule of answering in the form of a question, which I forgot to mention at
Yay.
the top of
So
the show.
I am at 1.5 points and Noah's at 1 point.
Correct. I am keeping track. Wednesday, October 7th. This holiday could potentially celebrate a Calder Memorial Trophy NHL winner. What is this day? Noah, we start with you.
Oh, Ben knows it. I can tell. I can see in the video. I know
It might be
nothing.
slightly tilted to his advantage.
I just punched my
I
door.
know
Ow.
nothing about hockey, but I do know that there is a Stanley Cup in it. I do not know who the Stanley is named after, so I'm gonna guess it's Stanley Yelnats from Holes. So I'm gonna
Stone
say
Cold
it is
Stanley's hair and makeup conglomerate. Got it.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, yes, or Stone Cold Stanley, a descendant of Stanley from Holes.
So Stanley Day is your answer.
Stanley Day.
Okay. And Ben,
It's
to you.
National Kale Day. Ooh, my microphone popped.
Nicely
It's National Kale
done.
Day. Kale
Nope.
McCarr is the Calder Award
Yep.
Trophy winner.
That one was kind of tilted in Ben's favor. But the next one is tilted in nobody's favor. I'm rigging the election here. So Thursday, October 8th, this day celebrates a popular children's game involving pursuit and occasional harm.
I'm sorry, I was thinking about Kale
Ben.
McCarr.
National
This
Kale Day
day
too.
celebrates a popular children's game involving pursuit and occasional harm.
What is
Red Rover Day.
It's my turn.
Oh,
I've taken note, don't
you
worry.
can take it.
I was thinking that, but the Red Rover isn't really pursuit, it's just running at a line of people. What is National Groundies Day?
Oh man,
Right.
I love groundies.
I have railed myself so hard while playing Groundies.
Okay.
You were there,
I'm gonna
Noah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It's a good game.
Yeah, we can cut
All
that
right.
out.
Can I still say Red Rover Day?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
can.
can. I have already noted it.
Okay.
The answer is, what is American Touch Tag Day? So touch tag.
American? Oh, like it's national. Okay.
Specifically.
Yeah.
I guess.
I thought it was like a
don't know.
certain designation of tag that is
Yeah, I
solely
guess they
American.
play it differently in Brazil. I don't know.
It's a lot more violent
boy.
down there.
See, I never did groundies because I didn't like being thrown on the ground. But are you it when you're thrown on the ground in groundies?
At no point are you thrown
then-
on the ground during Groundies.
Yeah.
That's how it was explained to me. What happened to me?
How are you playing groundies?
No, there's
I hung out with the wrong crowd.
a person who is on the ground and he is it, or they are it. And when they go on the structure at the playground, they have to close their eyes. But then they can say Groundies, and then anyone who's on the ground then becomes it. There's no at no
Wow,
point is someone
I was
thrown on the
playing a
ground.
different game with a lot more violence.
Yeah. Who are you
Yes.
playing this game with, Michael?
We move on. Unfortunately, just due to Ben's discussion of being it, I'm going to have to give that one to Ben.
Woohoo!
That's
3.5
fair.
points.
Ben leads 3.5 to 1. I am sorry, Noah. You have a chance here because I believe in you. The Flowbots could teach you all about this individual that this holiday is based on.
The Flowbots.
What is a
The
flowbot?
Flowbots could teach you all about this holiday that, the individual that the holiday is based on. I didn't say phlebotomist. I did say Flowbots, just for clarification.
Flowbot.
If no one gets this, I am going to punch myself.
I don't know what a flowbot is, but I'm gonna say it is Tesla Day.
Okay.
I'm going to say it is National Progressive Insurance Day.
Because okay,
flow.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
flow. Oh, that's good. That's good.
So this is Leif Erikson Day. The Flowbots are a rap group that sang that song Handlebars. I could tell you about Leif Erikson is a lyric in that song. Leif Erikson Day is what is being celebrated. Noah gets the point because he mentioned specifically a real life person, a real life historical person,
I will say that
I
is
feel like
instead
that,
of a character.
that might be a sympathy point, but I'm gonna take it at this point.
Yeah.
No,
No, you deserve it.
no,
But
no.
like, as far as questions go, that is a very very well worded question, like with lots of research. Well done, Michael.
Yeah,
I
well done.
appreciate it, but I just know the song. All right.
Because like, if
Next
someone
one might
knew
not
that
be-
song, like clearly Noah and I have never listened to that song. But if someone had listened to that song, they'd be like, "Oh, I know." But yeah,
And they'd feel really good
I'm
about it.
surprised. I'm
Yeah.
surprised that neither of you know it. I think if you look it up after, you
I
might
listen
know
to
it, but
worship music 24/7. Not Leif Erikson.
I'm sorry that their rap music is too secular for you. All right, Saturday, October 10th. Buddy Valastro could have celebrated this day before injuring his hand several days ago. What is this day, Ben?
Who is Buddy Valastro?
I can't answer that question.
Wonderful. What is National Left-Handed Awareness Day? For people who are
Okay.
left-handed, and I think he broke his left hand. Noah, our resident left-handed person. You go.
That's me. I'm left-handed.
You
I'm
are
trying
a
to think about
token left-handed
interests-
person for our show.
just for diversity and representation.
Genetic diversity.
Genetic diversity. We have to have one.
Yeah, I also don't know who this is, but I do know Michael's likes and dislikes, and I know he likes hockey. I think he likes wrestling, so I think this is going to be a wrestling thing. Actually, no, but it's got to be about hands. So I'm going to say it's National Hand-to-Hand Combat Day, because I know Michael
Ooh,
really
sneaky.
likes hand-to-hand combat.
He does.
That was sneaky.
He's a
I did get back into a wrestling phase at the beginning of quarantine, which I slowly seeped out of because the WWE was uploading full matches to their YouTube channel, there were some really good matches I enjoyed watching again. So, Buddy Velastro is the cake boss. Oh, excuse me, cake boss guy. I just choked on my own tongue.
I know
So
that.
the day is National Cake Decorating Day. And he did injure, I believe it was actually his right hand, based on my photographic memory of what hand was suspended above him after surgery or whatever he had to have done. This is a difficult answer for me. So we have Left-Handed Person Awareness Day, or just Left-Handed Awareness Day. And then we have Hand-to-Hand Combat Day. And I'm not sure what is closer to National Cake Decorating Day. Gentlemen, 1 minute to attack the other side. Go.
Well, I was actually going to argue for Noah, because, like, I feel like cake
Easy enough. No one gets a point.
decorating is a form of hand-to-hand combat.
All right, with Ben with a lead of 3.5 to Noah's 3 points. This is anyone's game in the final round, Sunday, October 11th. Get ready to gain calories with this holiday where fried foods are a staple. I don't think it's that difficult. Noah, we start with you. I did write the question, though.
I gotta go with Funnel Cake Day. Funnel cake is
Alright.
fried, right? Yeah. Yeah, funnel cake is fried, I think.
See, I have to remember, because
fried. Funnel cake is fried day. Yeah, we're good.
funnel cake's right. I have to remember because I work at a place where we do lots of social media stuff. That's actually my job. And a popular thing that we will do with social media is special holidays like this. So we always send each other like weird special holidays. And I feel like I have a vague memory of this, like somewhere in the recesses of my mind. And I'm trying to remember what it is. And I think it's National... No, it's not. No, National Bacon Day was a while ago. National Bacon Day.
All right, Ben says bacon. Noah said funnel cake day. The answer is Southern Food Heritage Day.
Ooh.
Now, I don't know too much about Southern food, but I was going to mention spice, but I thought that would give the wrong, because Cajun food is kind of spicy. So I went with fried, because I know fried chicken and waffles are a staple of Southern food. This is difficult. Man, it's almost a toss-up. So we have bacon. I'm not sure if bacon is necessarily a Southern
Here,
thing. Where does
I'll-
funnel cake originate?
Funnel cake originates from Germany.
Ah.
Oh, in Pennsylvania. German
Germany,
immigrants
Pennsylvania?
who landed in Pennsylvania.
Germany, Pennsylvania? I've never been there.
Pennsylvania German. Durschendüke.
Pennsylvania is not really south.
Okay, so in the art of arguing for oneself, like if we were going to do that, may I just say, if you imagine like a Southern home-style breakfast, like you go to the Cracker Barrel,
Steak and eggs.
you go to the... No. Imagine, you got your mashed potatoes or your grits, you got a biscuit, some gravy, and you got bacon. You don't have a funnel cake. You got bacon.
Yeah. Noah, would you like to spend 30 seconds convincing me of your answer?
I would just say that I have been to many fairs in the southern regions that have funnel cake booths.
Of the state or of the country? 'Cause-
Well, by that logic, I've been to many fairs in the northern regions that have also had funnel cakes.
Ben argued for my case last time, so I'm just gonna say I think Ben's answer makes sense.
And I concur. Ben takes it 4.5 points to Noah's 3 points. Thank you, gentlemen, for playing Noah's game of Weird Holidays. And thank you, Noah, for letting me borrow that one this week. We'll have some cameo lined up next week.
Sweet.
Sweet. That's one of my favorite games. All right, we're going to go bowling straight into Florida Man, as I have won both games. I give it away. That's the first time I've ever done that. So
you can't win this one.
I can't win this one, but no matter what, I get Dennis Quaid. September 25th of 2020, Florida Man calls 911 after neighbor yells blank during blank. This was September 25th of this year, so just not too long ago. Michael, what do you think?
I've got it. Neighbor yells fire during a pool party.
Neighbor yells fire during a pool party. So some audacious irony going on there. Noah, what do you think?
I think, trying to think about what's relevant, what's new. There's not a lot of big like TV events or anything going on, except I have heard that Dancing with the Stars is. Oh no.
Oh, the joke is.
Hello?
Except what? Sorry, that was my fault.
Okay. There's not a lot of things going on right now, but I have heard some things about Dancing with the Stars. So I think this neighbor said Carol Baskin got kicked off Dancing with the Stars during Dancing with the Stars.
And that was worthy of calling 911.
Yes.
Well, it's Florida, so yeah, probably. All right. So, September 25th, 2020, Florida Man calls 911 after neighbor yells, shoot, shoot, during a hockey game. You might recall that the Tampa Bay Lightning beat the Dallas Stars in the NHL Stanley Cup Finals. During Game 3, three friends were watching the game and yelling, hoping for a goal, causing their downstairs neighbors to call the cops. A direct quote from Devin Garnett, who owns the apartment, says, so they came to the door and thought there were guns in the house. We were like, nope, we're just screaming for Steven Stamkos.
Nope.
Go Steven Stamkos.
Man, this is like a hockey episode.
And this is the NHL, or the Tampa Bay Lightning ended up winning. So congrats to them. I'm going to have to give this one to Noah, however, because it was a televised event that he was screaming about. And yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Point
Thank
Noah.
You.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're very welcome. You can pay me later. September 29th. Now, I almost didn't include this one for reasons that we will probably get into. But Florida man arrested after blank debate turns violent in Lehigh Acres. Noah.
So I have to say what kind of debate?
Yes. What was the? I'll say it was. What was the subject of this debate?
Masks. That's all anybody debates anymore. Masks. He didn't want to wear a mask.
Masks.
And you know how.
So
how
and it turned violent.
It's gotten violent.
Yeah, it has. All right. So masks. Michael, what do you think?
You see, well, most people were watching the debate on Tuesday night, and I did too, but I was, again, shooting photos for a fried chicken establishment. So my answer is fried chicken.
All right. On September 29th, 2020, Florida man arrested after milk debate turns violent in Lehigh Acres. Milk. It was the debate. He was arrested after the debate about an almond versus cow milk got utterly out of hand.
But was the milk boneless?
Yes, the milk was boneless. I was concerned to include this one because I feared it might turn into a Ben combined soy milk with coffee creamer thing.
Oh,
but it
we
didn't,
haven't
so.
fit that in this week.
Nope, you don't have to. You really don't have to. Michael, you're gonna get the point for this one because fried chicken is a bit more closer to milk than a mask is. I mean, kind of. Yeah. So there you go. On October 3rd, 2016, Florida groom reportedly learns he married his blank. No plans for a divorce. Michael, who did this Florida groom marry?
I feel like you're trying to do the old bait and switch and paint me as the bad guy here. He married his cereal bowl that was full of coffee creamer and soy milk and Lucky Charms.
I thought we weren't going to mention it, but we mentioned it. All right, the cereal bowl with a concoction of stuff. Okay, Noah. Who did this Florida groom marry?
I think he married his puppy. He loved his dog so much that he just wanted to marry it.
And he didn't realize he had?
Wait, I missed that part of the question. What?
Let me reread this question. Florida groom reportedly learns he married his blank. No plans for divorce.
Are you giving me a chance to re-answer, or are you just rereading it?
I will
for
give
Noah?
you both a chance to re-answer.
Oh, sweet. Can I go with 1982 Chevy pickup?
That he accidentally married. Okay, 1982 Chevy pickup. Noah.
Yeah, I'm going to say his house. I think because I have signed both mortgage papers and a wedding license in the past year, and both of them are pretty confusing. In fact, we filled out our marriage license wrong. More specifically, our pastor filled it out wrong, and we had to get it sent back. So we were not legally married for quite a while because we kept messing up the marriage license. So I'm going to guess he married his house.
All right, he married his house. Well, the correct answer is on October 3rd, 2016, Florida groom reportedly learns he married his granddaughter, and they have no plans of divorce. She is the daughter of an estranged son from his first marriage, of which he is now on his third marriage. Yes, he was 68 years old when this happened, but in her defense, he is a millionaire and vowed to stay together through sickness and health. Sickness and health. I got to go with Noah because like the whole like familial house thing, like he married his house. I don't know.
Home is where the heart is.
Oh, yikes. That is now a very concerning statement. Michael, do you have any rebuttal for why you think it should be his 1972 Chevy?
Nope.
Nope. None at all?
Nope. None at all.
Sweet.
I just want to get off this topic as quickly as we can, please.
Well, Noah, I will say this is one example of your wife being a relative.
Oh.
That is true. That's a callback.
That is a callback to our last episode. Yeah, so I believe the win has to go to Noah with 2 of the 3. Wait, did he win all of them? I can't remember.
Maybe?
I don't think you said who won the milk question.
Oh, you're right, I didn't. I give the milk one to Michael because it was food related.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I like
you
that.
get the second one, Michael, but Noah wins it in total with the win in round number 3. Congratulations. Do you have any statements you would like to make?
Yeah,
No?
actually,
Wonderful.
here's my statement. Can you just say, Michael, you win question number 2, so I can just drop it in earlier in the edit since we forgot to say who won that game?
Okay, yeah. Michael, you're going to get the point for this one because fried chicken is a bit more closer to milk than a mask is. I mean, kind of. Yeah.
Awesome.
So there you go.
But we won't cut that out a second time, so
No,
it's just going to happen twice.
I didn't think we were going to. I was going to say,
Perfect.
leave it in both times.
Awesome.
Well, that's going to do it this week for Noodles at Noon. Congratulations, Noah, on winning Florida Man. Thank you so much, Michael, for being here and taking time out of your busy maternity leave-laden schedule to be on this show and put together some fun games. And thank you all for listening. You are the real winners because, well, you're such a winner. Thank you so much for listening. I will see you and hear... Well, no, I won't see or hear any of you. Well, except for Noah and Michael. But as far as whoever's listening to this, I won't see or hear them. You will hear from us next week. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you so much.
Noodles Podcast.
NoodlesPodcast.com.
Noodles at midnight. We will find you.